Howdy, travelers from afar. I hope you're all doing well. Hello, Panda. And, actually, between last stream of Planescape and now, I actually do have something. I've installed a mod, though it's not to change any aspect of the game besides being able to hear the banter between the characters more often. That's pretty much the only change I've done. Because they can interact with each other, it's just they interact whenever I don't do anything, which never happens. So essentially, I've reduced the delay at which that would happen, so sometimes it might happen that characters start talking to each other. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Otherwise, just normal day of work as usual. And, I'm ready to play more Planescape. And I shall take us to the game. Whenever it appears. And I see the sound for this game has also messed up, so I gotta fix it. Happens all the time. Yeah, it almost never happens. And speaking of the banter between the characters, it looks like it did trigger while I was in the other screen.
I stopped breathing the first time I saw you, fiendling.
Okay.
Done.
And also, we did go find the command word for the decanter of endless water. I wonder if this decanter of endless water will do something. You tilt the decanter over the grill and begin to pour. A small stream of ice blue water pours from the decanter and touches the flame of the grill with a violent hissing and a rush of steam. As if in response to this challenge, the decanter seems to lunge forward, falling onto the grill and shattering. By the hells. Hissing billows of steam and a furious crackling noise rushes from the grills, spilling over you and forcing you to cover your ears and turn away. There is a scream, a cackling, a terrible sound, like 100 buildings burning. People screaming and their screams being cut short by the roar of flame and melting flesh. As you put your hands over your ears, you can block out the sound. You feel a stickiness on your hand, like hot cheese or candle wax. Your ears are bleeding from the sound. You draw your hands back and see them covered with chunks of melted flesh filled with bloody swirls. You're about to run from the bar, anything to get away from the sound, when suddenly all falls silent except for a jagged crackling coming from the grill. You turn, and on the grill lies the decanter of endless water, now nothing but shards and steam. Above it is the creature, flames still trailing from its body, floating over the bar's floor. It is staring at you, its eyes flickering like two torches. I know you.
Yes.
The creature's face splits, charred flesh peeling away from its jaws. So that it might speak. Yes. Its voice crackles, burns, roars through the creature's chest with every word. Flakes of cinders and ash spit from its mouth and drift into the air. You can barely stand to look at the thing. The blazing radiance surrounding it is terrible to behold. Ignis.
Yes, long have I slept, dreams of flames. I am yours, till death comes for us both.
The creature floats towards you, the air bending from the thermals surrounding it. As if in response, flames curl within Ignis' throat and a tongue of flame streams from behind the blackened teeth. We shall see. Oh.
Ignis here. Yes, my master.
What are you? Oh, you're a spellcaster with nothing but fire spells. I imagine so. %150% magic normal fire resist and magic fire resist. You have level 4 spells.
What do you wish of Ignis?
I wish your stats screen. A chaotic neutral mage.
I'm gone.
So we have another party member.
I'm gone.
Wait, what level are you? Forgot to check. You're level 7. And I'm 9. Anna is 5 and 6. We got 6 and 6, and then 7. So he's pretty much around the levels that we are.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
But we'll go back to where we ended last time.
Done.
I don't know if I'll read all the dialogue in this place, because it might get spicy, with how the place is called Brothel. Also, why are there robots here? Ah. They have a face. Like I can see their eyes. No, that's not what I wanted to do.
Done.
I don't know why I'm in attack mode, but that's not what I want to do. The Modron. The Modron stares at you quietly. I had some questions. The subject is free to ask a question. Do you know what this little cube-like toy creature is? The Modron, its appearance identical in every aspect, but size to the object in your hands, blinks once, twice, and then speaks. The object is a portal cube. The user is to position the appendages of the portal cube in such a manner that it will activate. Once activated, the portal cube will transport the user to whatever destination it was tuned to during its creation. Thank you for your daily blessing, Kel. What's the proper position to activate this one? We do not have that information. Over 97% of all portal cubes function in a slightly different manner. We were not present at the construction of the subject's portal cube, nor have we ever been given instructions as to its use. Should the subject desire to utilize the portal cube, they will have to determine its method of operation and destination via experimentation. I had another question. Where will this cube take its user? We do not have... Okay, so it's the same answer. What are you doing here? Our purpose here is observation. What are you observing? You are observing one of the establishment staff. What are you observing? As previously stated, we are observing one of the establishment staff. Yes, but who exactly are you observing? The subject of our scrutiny is named Dolora. Why are you watching her? We have not been informed as to the specific purpose or purposes which resulted in our present task. The command of our superior pentadrone is sufficient reason to perform said task. As such, the purpose or purposes are irrelevant to us. What can you tell me about this place? A building located in a section of Sigil commonly known as the Clerk's Ward. We cannot give exact coordinates as the surface of Sigil changes at intervals we have not determined as of the present. The building itself is known as the brothel of slating intellectual lusts. It serves as what may be broadly defined as a language school. The students of the school are primarily females who intend to, at some point we have not determined in which varies from student to student, become a factotum of the Society of Sensation. Society of Sensation? We will provide a brief summary as to what the Society of Sensation is defined as. A faction whose core belief is that with experience come understanding of the multiverse and its secrets. Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzlewell? We know nothing of any being or object possessing such an appellation. Okay, so that's why they're here. And last time we were left with a task from Miss Fall from Race here, who told us to speak to 10 of her students, which I assume are going to be all named people in this establishment. This dark-haired, pale-skinned woman has a cultured, refined look about her. As she turns to you, you note that her eyes, which you had previously thought to be gray, are the color of brushed steel. Greetings. The woman's voice is soft, calm, and without inflection. It has a certain far-away quality, as if somehow not attached to her. Greetings. I'm called Delora. May I serve you somehow? In what ways can you serve me, Delora? She blinks her eyes and then touches her hand to her heart, bowing her head slightly. I am able to debate any scholarly or academic matter quite proficiently, if that is your wish. I am also well versed in various games of strategy, should you wish to play something, though I have the materials for a few games here. For a few such games here. Debate, you say? Delora nods. That is correct. I am neither a tome nor a tutor. I have no desire to educate my patrons. Should you have a matter to discuss, however, the 15 factions and their effect on Sigilian politics, the most effective battle stratagems for warring in Acheron, the meaning of existence itself, I would be most pleased to choose a counterpoint and engage you in debate. Choose a topic, see if you can best her. You choose a topic and begin. The debate lasts a long time as the two of you exchange points and counterpoints, each attempting to methodically undermine the other's position. As you speak, a strange feeling begins to come over you, a memory trying to surface. Memories of Great Hall begins to form in your mind, a vast place full of well-dressed elites. A formal ball was taking place. Before you was a small, impeccably dressed fellow who wore a golden medallion. It was emblazoned with a symbol you dimly recall as the Sign of One. The two of you stood in a circle of onlookers who gathered to listen to your debate. But that's impossible. Oh, no, okay, never mind. That continues from here. But that's impossible, the man was saying, looking perplexed. Oh, but it is, you recall yourself replying. I've made several inarguable points and given you a number of examples. You simply don't exist. But you can't. Were I to accept that, Yes, you'd cease to exist. And without a flash of light or puff of smoke, with no fanfare of any sort, the man was simply gone. The onlookers oohed and ahed. Some clapped, you remember giving a flourishing bow, and walking away, a small, satisfied smile upon your lips. You suddenly realize Dolora is watching you closely. Are you feeling well? We might finish our discussion at another time, should you like. No, let's continue the debate. As hard-pressed as you are to beat Dolora's infallible sense of logic, you eventually win out. She merely nods in approval. You are a most skilled debater. There is no denying I do feel, though, that I had time to perform some research you might... That had I time to perform some research, you might not have bested me. Thanks. Dolora nods. If you would like, we can debate once more. Upon the same topic, I could argue your position this time, should you desire it. Wait, are you always so ruthless in a debate? Dolora nods. Mistress Grace instructed me to show no mercy, for another of her students always allows a patron to win after a lengthy debate. It was Mistress Grace's desire that I provide a different sort of experience for the clientele. I see. Could we play a game now? Of course. Is there anything in particular you wish to play? No, I don't really remember any games. Here then, allow me to show you one. Dolora brings out a thin lacquered box which unfolds into a small board with marked with a grid. The contents of the box prove to be a number of polished stone chips, half of them black, half of them white. This game goes by many names. Shall I explain the rules to you? Yes, please. Dolora explains the rules to you, the rules of the game, how chips are moved, how one bests one's opponent. It seems, however, somehow faintly familiar to you. The rules are simple, yes, but a great deal of complexity lies within the game itself. It takes a great deal of time to master. Shall we play? Yes, let's. As you play, you come to realize that you've done so before. You recall various ploys and strategies that have won you previous games and employ every trick you know to beat her. Suddenly a strange feeling comes over you, a memory tried to surface. Memories of a smoke-filled field of battle begin to fill your mind. Atop a great hill overlooking the fighting you sat, mounted upon a massive four-legged beast, the braying of horns carried your orders to the troops below. Even as you watched, your forces divided, leading left and right as the foreign army fought its way up to the hill to slay the enemy lord. You. The fools, you had thought, lips curling into a wicked smile. My knights shall charge down the hillside and stop their advance in an instant. And at that very moment, my retreating footmen will fall in to crush their flanks. Yet another victory will soon to be mine. Let's continue the game. Dolora plays excellently, counteracting all but your most crafty moves, but eventually she feints. Your feints and calculating maneuver win over her well-crafted strategies. She nods approvingly as she begins to put the game away. You are a fine player, perhaps a master. I commend you for your skills. My thanks, I had some questions. Dolora casts her eyes to the floor with a sound that might be a sad sigh. I am willing to serve you as a patron, but have no wish to answer other questions at this time. My apologies, but I fear you shall simply have to bear with that for the time being. What's wrong? Anything I can help with?
Updated my journal.
She looks up from the floor into your eyes. Once more, you're struck by the pale smoothness of her skin, the cold depths of her silvery eyes. No, I fear not. My troubles are a matter of the heart. In time, I think all things shall be resolved. Are you certain there's nothing I could do? Certain? Dolora pauses as if thinking. No, I am not. My first love, merry man. says still the keys to my heart. So long as he has them, I shan't be free to love another. This is the cause of my melancholy. Why don't you seek him out? Speak with him. Delora shakes her head. I may not leave this place. The reasons why are deeply personal and not to be shared with strangers, even ones who might bestow a kindness upon me. But suffice to say, I cannot seek out Merryman himself. Then I'll find this Merryman and speak to him on your behalf.
Updated my journal.
Delora nods. The slightest hint of a smile appearing on her lips, she bows her head. Were you to find and speak with Merryman, I would be most grateful. He is a member of the Society of Sensations, so you may wish to ask for him at the Civic Fest Hall. I'll return when I find him. I guess what I should do is, if they give me a task, I should complete it and then return later.
Done.
Return once I'm done. The Civic Fest Hall, that's over there.
Done.
Alright, I'm looking for someone called Merryman. Who is over here? This man looks like a bitter, cantankerous old codger. His mouth is twisted into a frown, it seems. That becomes even more severe as he notices you coming his way. Merryman, my name may be, but merry I am not. Off with you, young one. No time for the likes of you. He goes up into a fit of coughing from the exertion of shooing you away so loudly. Wait, Delora wanted me to speak with you. Merryman eyes you suspiciously. That's so. But what, eh? Well? She says that you're her first love, and that so long as you hold the keys to her heart, she'll never be free to love another. He told you that, eh? I'm surprised. Perhaps leaving her under Mistress Grace's tutelage did what I couldn't. Started to develop her feelings. In any case, he pats a pocket on his tunic. I won't just give the keys to you. Wait, are those literally the keys to her heart? He nods. That they are. Delora's a construct, didn't you know that? A creature of sorcery and clockwork mechanics she is. And one of my finest creations, Merryman sighs. But cold, without emotion or character, I brought her to the brothel and set her so that she could not leave, in the hopes that the constant contact with so many others would begin to develop her own personality. The keys are the tools used to set her. She wants them because she feels that they're limiting her personal growth now, I suspect. And why don't you just return them to her? Merryman scolds. Because I've become a cruel and bitter old man who sees he can get something out of you. Go on then, what do you want? I want to forget. I've lived almost 150 years now, and I've seen every sensory stone I've cared to in this grand hall. I've little time left to live, and I'm too weak to go out in search of wholly new experiences, so I need to find a way to forget them all. That way I can start again in my final days. So, do I just wallop you in the back of the head or what?
Updated my journal.
No, you bloodthirsty Lumax. I'll need something like some item, some concoction that will allow me to forget. Like a draft of the river Styx or something like that. Right, I'll return if I find something. Farewell. Alright, a draft of the river Styx. Is that being sold somewhere? Is what I'm thinking. Possibly the Curiosity Shop.
Right.
I don't think there will be much combat today. Exotic items. Doesn't seem to be here.
All right.
Became all silent all of a sudden. Howdy, Snake. How goes it?
Done. Done.
Okay, that's not anything too special. No Constitution run. Yes.
I'm gone.
Before you is a well-dressed elderly woman in a gown of peach-colored and golden thread. She stands quietly, her hands folded together, primly, and nods in your direction. It is then that you notice that she has no pupils. Her eyes are entirely white. Greetings, sir. I am Ivana. Welcome to my galleria. Feel free to look around, spending as much time as you like. Should you have questions regarding any of the pieces, do not hesitate to ask me of them. I had some questions, Ivana. One moment, sir. Your voice. It is heavy with age and wounds. Would you be so kind as to permit me to touch your face? Yes, go ahead. Ivana smiles, gently running her old hands over the skin of your face. She frowns, looking slightly puzzled. So many scars, both old and new. They seem to... She touches the side of your throat, flushes, and pulls away. Pardon me, I was curious to see how far they went. Have to learn for now, but good luck. Ah, well, enjoy your movie, Panda. It's fine, and they're everywhere. My whole body is scarred. I won't touch any paintings just yet. Assuming that you can. The statue looks like it is about to make some angry proclamation. The sculptor has captured the essence of fury magnificently. The chiseled tension lines around the neck and forehead alone must have taken many long months to get correct. Fine cracks run over the entire statue, and there's a plaque attached to his base. The plaque reads, "This statue is believed to be the final fate of the Ethersarian sorcerer Gangroi Gidon, attacked by a conclave of rival sorcerers at the height of his dream madness. He was imprisoned with a spell that turned his flesh to stone. Gangroi Gidon is said to have been frozen with a final awful curse still upon his lips. A curse so terrible it was never meant to be spoken by the lips of a living man." The statue looks like it's about to make some angry yeah, I know this description. You carefully examine the cracks that run like a network of fine black veins along the statue's surface. At one point, near its inner arm is a section where an entire splinter of stone looks like it's ready to come off. You reach for the section of the forearms where the cracks have formed, grip it firmly and yank, to no avail. You'll need a hammer to break the stone, and a small one. The limited space between the statue's arm and body means a large one suitable for combat, for instance, won't work. Do I have that? Did I keep a hammer? Yes. But I have a hammer. Do I have to equip it? Right, he can't equip that. Anna, you're a fighter. And also a thief. Cannot use that item. Ignis is Fireball. That's his basic attack, a fireball.
What is your will?
Oh no, that's a battle hammer. Okay, now I understand why that doesn't work now. This is not a basic hammer.
What is your will?
And I have to re-equip stuff that was unequipped. I have to... Okay, I don't have to reselect my spells. That would suck. Oh yeah, so I went to buy some spells, so now I have Cone of Cold. And Force Missiles.
Hey, Chief, they say we get rid of Ignis, all right? I mean, he's burning his candle at both ends, if you know what I mean.
Okay, this seems to be an important painting, because apparently you can get a memory from it. This is a portrait of a grotesque, hook-nosed old crone. The hag's flesh is a sickly blue-gray color. Her eyes glow red like the embers of a dying fire. Her chin long and sharp, juts forward. In an extreme underbite, two yellowed canines protrude upwards from her lower jaw like small tusks. The smile upon her withered purplish lips speak of a horrible secret. A placard reads, "The Grey Hag of Oinos." As you begin to turn away from the painting, something in it draws your attention. A strange, tingling sensation arises in the back of your mind, a memory beginning to surface. You recall standing confused in a maze of briars. The hideous crone from the painting is before you, cackling wildly. You grit your teeth in frustration, wondering why she's laughing at you. "My poor dear, lovely man-thing," she croons. "Why, that was your first wish." She points a single bony clawed finger at your forehead. Your temples begin to throb painfully, and you can remember nothing more. Oh. I had a question about one of the pieces. The darkness of
Updated my journal.
Acanthus. All of them are chipped from the great magical sheet of black infinite ice that rests on the black berry of the plain of Acanthus. Ivana pauses, tapping her chin. It is said that this sheet of ice is the final destination of the river Styx. That the recollections of all that have plunged into the Styx memory, destroying water, still lie frozen within the ice. If the waters of the Styx destroy one's memories, would this ice from Acanthus do the same? I could only assume so, yes. That's all I wish to know, for now.
Done.
Right, where I want to go now is back here.
I'm gone.
Well, have you something that will wipe my mind of these accursed memories? I certainly hope you haven't returned without... You'll never get the keys to Dolores' heart that way. Howdy, Akataza. How goes it? Here, take this mug. It holds a dark bird of Acanthus, a sliver of ice from the river Styx. It should wipe your memories clean. Merryman takes the mug and removes a piece of paper from his pocket. He tilts the mug back and takes the ice into his mouth. It melts instantly, leaving him with a somewhat startled expression.
Updated my journal.
Merryman looks at you confused, and at the paper in his hands. He reads aloud. Congratulations, Merryman, you've begun again. Thank the man in front of you and give him the key in your pocket. Speak to Splinter, the man at the door to this building, for more information. He looks to you again. Well, it would seem I owe you my thanks, good sir. Here, take this key. I'd best find the Splinter fellow and find out what's going on. Thanks, Merryman. Good luck. I'm doing good too. Thank you for asking.
I'm gone. Done.
Dolores' eyes flash as she sees you. Did you find him? Has he agreed to return the keys to my heart? Yes, I have the keys to your heart. Here they are.
Updated my journal.
At last. She takes the keys from your grasp. Her hand brushes against yours. Her skin is dry, but icy to the touch, like cold metal. These will be of great use to me. I thank you. Of course, I will answer what I can. I was hoping to learn more about your nature. Alora blinks. Merryman never told me much regarding my construction. I know little of the inner workings of my body. Much as you would know little of yours. Outwardly, though, I am a human woman in all aspects, save for the texture and temperature of my flesh. Does that satisfy your curiosity? What about your mind, your emotions? Its functions are as much a mystery to me as any humans. When I first came to this place, I did not understand emotions, nor have any of my own. I have feelings now, though I am only beginning to understand them. What did the keys do exactly? I can only assume that Merryman made the keys so that there would be no risk of me drawing away from him before he had tired of his experiment. Now that they are in my possession, I am free to develop and possess my own emotions. That's 1 out of 10 students, I imagine. You have Ives, the Tail Chaser.
Hi.
Can you open this
Why
for me,
not?
please? Yes.
I'm gone.
This fetching young woman has a faraway look in her soft sea-green eyes. Greetings. Greetings, I'm Ives, the Tail Chaser. What a coincidence. I too chase tails. Ives continues unperturbed. Have you come to trade tails? I'd like to trade tails. Tell her the story of your waking up in the mortuary. Ives leans forward as you tell the tale of your awakening in the Dustman's mortuary. She seems ready to devour your every word. As she finished, As you finish, she smiles at you. I shall remember this tale. I too will tell a tale of the dustman, the chapters of dust. Go on. There are chapters in the dead book, the massive tome which the dustman keeps the records. That records the passing of all lives into the eternal boundary. In this book, there are chapters that are naught but dust, and it is believed that the names therein are lost souls who cannot die, but must suffer life eternally until history itself dies, grants them release. A moment. I have another tale to share with you. Tell her the story of the Alley of Lingering Sighs. Ives leans forward as you tell the tale of the alley giving birth. She seems ready to devour your every word. As you finish, she smiles before you. I shall remember this tale, and now I have one for you. Before I begin, I must ask, do you know what a Modron is? No. Modrons are creatures of total law, almost more machinery than living things. There are many different sorts of Modrons, but all have their place in a very rigid, carefully organized hierarchy. So dedicated are they to this system that they cannot communicate with or even consider the existence of Modrons who are not their immediate superiors or inferiors. I understand now. Then I shall tell you the tale of the clock in the quadrone. Go on. Once upon a time, there existed a Modron. It was newly created, its logic fresh and untested, and it had come to sigil, following the commands of its Modron superiors. Go on. It knew nothing but commands and dictates of obedience and passing along the orders of its superiors. For you see, Modrons are only aware of the commands of their immediate superiors. They have no grasp of a higher authority until this one. Go on. One day it came upon a small shop which there was a small clock that could no longer tell time. It was cracked along the edges, and the wheels of its hands broken. The Modron immediately set itself to work at getting the parts fixed to the broken clock. Go on. It made a new housing for the clock's parts, replaced the bent springs, carefully filed and oiled the clockwork machinery, and carved new hands from the sparse metal available to it. The newly repaired clock's precise ticking reminded it of the great gears of Mechanus, and it comforted it as much as anything may comfort a Modron. Go on. And what the Modron never came to understand was that it truly loved this clock and it had worked on, and for reasons it could not explain, elected to remain in sigil and be with the clock for the rest of its years. I have another tale to share with you. I shall remember this tale, and now I have one for you, the Gilded Tale. Go on. Upon the plain of Isgard is the Gilded Hall, where those senses that seek the pleasure of gullet and loin can be found. They indulge these passions in earnest, never realizing that the doors of the hall never open, and that there is no clear path back to the fest hall. They are the unwanted senses, the ones that do not truly believe in the passion, but instead only seek pleasure for pleasure's sake, are prisoners who do not realize that they are such truly prisoners. Ask one of your companions if they have a story to tell. Do you have a story to trade? Me? Why do I have to tell a story? Just tell a story, Mort. Fine, fine. An elderly man was sitting alone on a dark path, right? He wasn't certain which direction to go, and he'd forgotten both where he was traveling into and who he was. He'd sat down for a moment to rest his weary legs, and suddenly looked up to see an elderly old woman before him. She grimaced, toothlessly. She grinned toothlessly and with a cackle and spoke. Now your third wish, what will it be? Go on, Mort. Third wish? The man was baffled. How can it be a third wish if I haven't had a first and a second wish? Go on, Mort. You've had 2 wishes already, the hag said. But your second wish was for me to return everything the way it was before you had made your first wish. That's why you remember nothing, because everything is the way it was before you made any wishes. She cackled at poor Bert. So it is that you have 1 wish left. Go on, Mort. All right, said the old man. I don't believe this, but there's no harm in wishing. I just wish to know who I am. Funny, said the old woman. She granted his wish. Funny, said the old woman as she granted his wish and disappeared. That was your first wish. An interesting tale, Mort. And now I have one for you and your companion. The Fiend's Game. Go on. A fiend sometimes wandered on the wilderness of a certain prime world under the guise of a friendly old man. One day he came upon some hunters in the woods. What are you doing? The fiend asked. The hunters told him, and the fiend nodded. I have never been on a hunt before. The hunters invited the old man to come along, and the group eventually came upon a glade where several deer were grazing. The hunters carried crossbow but did not fire, and the fiend asked them why. Go on. They are unarmed, the hunters chuckled, patting their crossbows. We hunt nothing that does not have the ability to defend itself. After all, where's the sport in that? The fiend nodded at this and promptly gated in 3 of his fellows. The hunters led them on a merry chase, but eventually they were caught and eaten. Anna, do you have a story to read? I know. I'm no good for telling such things, I'm not. She frowns and waves her hand as if trying to shoo away the idea. Don't be asking me for such nonsense now. Please share your story, Anna. Come on already, fiendling. You already have 1 tale you won't part with. Anna looks uncomfortable, her tail lashing slowly back and forth. Well, I might know 1 story. She suddenly becomes angry, glaring at Ives. But you might not like it, you won't, so don't be blaming me for you choking it out of me. Go ahead, Anna. Anna scowls and finally relents with an exasperated sigh. I heard that story when I was a wee lass. His work's walking home real late near Antipeak and passed in an old toothless crone with in a dark and otherwise empty street. Where are you going? She asks him. Home to be wife and keep, he says. Near Slags, she asks him. Sure enough, he says. So she asks him a favor, to take a box she's got from the debtor's feet and give it to the woman there. Now this Bert is a real sap, too nice to say no, despite the fact he's sure that something's not quite right. What about this old crone? And agrees. But what's the woman's name? He asked. Where does she live? Where should I look for her if she's not by the debtor's pit? Go on, Anna. The woman hands him the box, a wooden thing wrapped in colored cloth, and tells him to go, and she'll be there. Finally she warns him, and whatever you do, do not open the box. Go on, Anna. So he takes it home and hides it in the rafters, thinking he'll bring it by the Deller's pit when it's lights out. His wife, though, seeing him hiding the box, gets right jealous, thinking it's a gift for her lover or something, and opens it up as soon as he's not looking. Well, turns out the box was full of gouged up eyes and a severed male member with the hair still on it. Ugh. Her scream brought the Burke running. He remembered what the crone said, got scared, and wrapped the box right back up. Go on, Anna. He went straight to that Diller's pit, and sure enough, there was another hag waiting there for him. He hands her the box, and she says that this box has been opened and looked into. Go on, Anna. The poor Burke tries to deny it, but she gets this dreadful look on her face. You have done something horrible, she tells him, then disappears. That done, he hurries back to his skip. Go on, Anna. He's feeling ill when he gets back and takes to bed. His wife bitterly regretted opening the box and all, but it was too late. The next day he died of a rotten disease, and the first thing to go was his eyes and stem. Anna nods grimly, her tale complete. It was a wonderful tale, Anna. You should never hesitate to share it. Now I've one for you and your companions. To the parched land. Go on. Once a large village was struck by a terrible drought. The farmer journeyed to the worshipping stone and again implored it as to the cause of the drought. He asked the stone why it did nothing when the fields were parched and dying, why the animals and the people suffered while the stone did not a thing. Have we not given enough offerings? The farmer asked, begging almost upon his hands and knees, but the stone did not respond. It merely sat and cast its shadows. I have another tale to share with you. Dakon, do you have a story to trade? Dakon nods solemnly. We shall impart the tale of Akali the Drowning. Dakon tells the story of Akali, a foolish Gitsarai of myth who had become lost in the chaos of limbo. Normally, a single Gitsarai may use their focus and mental discipline to form the chaos around them into a small habitable environment. Akali, however, asked so many useless and unfocused questions in her quest to return home that her isle of matter dissolved around her and she drowned. Fascinating, Dakon. Let me share with you and your companions another version of your tale I have heard. Dakon looks attentive and perhaps a little surprised. Go on, Ives. Ives goes on to tell a different version of Dakon's tale, in which Akali was driven from the Gitsarai city of Shrakt lore for her constant useless prattling. One day she encountered a Slotty on his way to the spewing stone. She hastily erected a wall of chaos matter, which even the ravenous Slotty found difficult to break down. Hungrily it waited and spoke to her through the wall. She asked it questions, and as she became more absorbed in her pointless queries and the Slotty's answers, her own wall decayed and collapsed upon her. Thus she drowned in a matter of limbo. Actually, I haven't talked to Ignis yet.
Yes.
Ignis, what happened to you to make you this way?
This way.
Small bucket of flesh on Ignis' cheek pops and runs into a steaming trickle down his jaw.
This way Ignis always was.
But you look human, or at least you look like you were human once. Ignis twists, hunching his head forward as his body spins slowly above the ground. The effect is much like a fiery whirlwind, thermals streaming off his body and distorting the air around him.
Still Ignis always
Ignis. Never mind, then I had some other question. As you open your mouth to speak, Ignis suddenly whirls on you. You are forced to choke back your words as the heat from his frame floods over you. Ignis, might you be sparks in bodies, always seeking to rise? Sparks in bodies? What do you mean? All things burn inside. Ignis' head cranes back and throws his arms wide, a spiral of flame and heat traveling up his arms. Only need to be kindled with flames to become Ignis. So might you have been Ignis? Actually, if you end up trying to kindle the flames within people, you usually end up killing them. Yes. Ignis grins, cocking his head to one side, ashes falling from his skull, and being swept up in the flaming wreath that surrounds him. Your heart jumps as Ignis soars several feet into the air and his jaw stares open. Fiery trails, spilling forth like a nest of snakes. No more talk and questions. Silence. But I wish to speak of flames, Ignis, and of burning. Your words are like oil, and you watch them fill Ignis' eyes, fanning the flames. You see flames. Ignis drifts down slightly, the heat around him rising as if in interest. Speak, Ignis will listen. Ignis, your mastery of the art, can you teach me any of your powers? Ignis wants you much no longer. Ignis burns in suffering. Ignis learns. A tiny flame gusts from his mouth like laughter, and a stream of embers spits forth. Suffer, learn. Okay, I don't know if I'm willing to suffer for such knowledge. I'll wait before I do that. What were you doing in this smoldering corpse bar? For a moment you don't think Ignis has heard you. And when suddenly the fires in his eyes dim slightly, he gets a soft hiss, cinders and ash dancing at the edges of his jaw. Ignis once knew nothing of flames. Yes? Once Ignis knew nothing of flames, he set the small fires, tiny flames, tiny flickerings, small bits of flame. Ignis hisses again, and ashes and fiery motes drifting from the ruin of his mouth. The fire screws. Ignis set fires in the streets and lit the fires of anger in their hearts. Thank you, Kel. I will need to drink a lot. Yes? You speak, but Ignis doesn't seem to hear you. He seems to be somewhere else, as if reliving a memory through his words against your will. And against your will, you stop and listen. They sought to punish Ignis, the small flies from the hive. They wished to see Ignis burn after Ignis set fire to their streets. Tiny magelings, hedge wizards, rune casters. Tiny sparks of magic came to punish Ignis for hurting their loved ones. They sentenced Ignis to burn and made Ignis a torch. A spitting flame burning, burning.
It was justice, they said. Justice.
You watch mesmerized as Ignis begins to slowly turning again as he did above the grill in a smoldering corpse.
But it was not a sentence. There is so much flames and pain that there is no pain. There is light and heat, and the flesh runs as tallow across my bones. And for the first time, Ignis is pleased.
Ignis stops his rotation and his gaze falls upon you. As it does, the fires in his eyes flare and a charred grin splits his features. The flesh crackling and bubbling as it melts, and the next streams across his face. Ignis wears the face of all hells of flames, and his next words are spoken like a death sentence. Not only for you, but for everyone, everywhere. When the flames burn and all life is torches, then Ignis shall at last be at peace. I have no further questions. Let your dreams be filled with flames, Ignis.
No, speak.
Ignis howls, and the air around you twists again from the sheer amount of fear.
Speak of flames. Speak of the burning.
Ignis, have you ever felt building a flame? The flames licking the edges of the timbers, blackening the wood beneath, watching the heat peel from the paint on the walls, thatch crackling, the smell of burning straw. As you speak, the crackling of flames around Ignis' frame ebbs as if the flames themselves are listening to your words. When you finish, Ignis hisses softly and the flames in his eyes have dimmed, as if he's lost in a memory.
Yes.
I'll speak later then. Now he's pretty much just a pyromaniac. Actually, Ives, let me ask you a question. Why are you called the Tail Chaser? Once upon a time, a girl came to an oracle who was rumored to know many things and asked of it a boon. Her life was in need of direction, so she asked this oracle as to what would give her purpose. Now the oracle was not evil, but it was vague and tended towards drink, which caused it to be obscure in many matters of judgment and focus. Its only answer to the girl's question was within one story that she would hear in her lifetime was the truth that she sought. The girl went off and collected stories which she chases to this day, not knowing which of the thousands hold the truth. Such is the danger of a foolish question and the wisdom of an unspoken one. What are you doing here? I collect tales and trade them with others whose tales of their own. Can you tell me about this, please? That is part of Mistress Grace's story, which is not mine to tell. She has said that when she nears the end of her years, she shall tell them to me, and only if I pledge to never share it with another. She hopes that she will never need to tell me her tale, for she hopes I will find my own story before that time and leave the place. I think she fears my life will be squandered in searching for this tale, and not upon acting upon what I already know. I've sighed softly. But it cannot be helped. Your own story? Oh, she told me her story already. Ives, you look familiar. Is your mother named Ivana? Ives nods. Yes, but she and I no longer speak. Just as I shall speak no more of her. Hello, Kitsune.
All
How
right.
goes it? Alright, we'll look for someone else to talk to. He's not happy that we're in here. The wild-looking tiefling girl meets your gaze with an angry scowl. Her tattooed body is practically naked, covered only by a narrow leather thong. Whoops. A black cloth brassiere, and an armored shoulder pads that appear to serve more as decoration rather than actual protection, so she's basically in full plate. Her spiked hair, as well as the thin fur that covers her goat-like legs, is brassy white, and numerous silver rings dangle from her ears, nostrils, lips, and brow. She wears a leather collar around her throat with the inscription Kimaxi Addertong. Greetings. Kimaxi bares her teeth at you. And just what are you looking at, you banged up sod? My friend thought you were attractive, but whoa, was he ever horribly mistaken? She sneers at Mort and looks below him, where a body normally would be. Sharp tongue for a stemless deader. You know what? Let them keep at it. Like I'd let it mine anywhere near if I had one. What did you hear when... What? Did you hear the word brothel and think you could make some jink here, you flea-bitten gutter whore? Jesus Christ. Ha! Can't believe they even let you in the door. With all the ticks hopping off your shaggy legs. So here's the thing, if I let them keep at it, Mort is probably gonna learn more insults. Ticks! The only annoying insect around here is you. She suddenly turns to you. Hey, you here to talk to me or what? Yes, I had some questions. The tiefling rolls her eyes. And what makes you think I care? Why don't you lick my backside? My tongue's not wide enough and I don't like hair in my mouth. Well, you seem to like the taste of awful in your mouth, you dung-ridden cretin. Do I just continue this line? Say, can you teach Mort here to be more abusive? She raises her eyebrow. Now that's an unusual request. I don't know, it seems pretty foul-mouthed already. That's he, seems pretty foul-mouthed. Kimaxi bladder dung, you scruffy goat-gammered harlot. You wish you had legs like mine, you pitiful wretch of a bone box. I can walk, run, dance. What can you do? Bob around wishing like you had a pair of goats or otherwise? The two of them lay into one another, exchanging barbed, blistering insults and clashing with razor-edged tongues. Wait for it to end. At last, the two stop bickering, and an eerie silence settles over them, as they eye one another hatefully. Finally, the tiefling makes a grudging admission to Mort. They're not bad, really, not bad at all. Better than you, perhaps. Mort waggles his eyebrows at her. Eh? Kimaxi narrows her eyes at Mort. Don't push it, skull.
New taunts, all right.
I won't, tiefling. I will admit I might have learned a thing or two, though. Good thinking, chief. Hey! I made his ability to taunt stronger. Who are you? My name? Uninterested. I can guess yours, though. Scarbunch, get out of here before I put a fire under your arse. What are you doing here? Not you, that's for certain. She smirks at you. I'm contemplating the best way to tell you to pipe off next.
Updated my journal.
Do you know anything about Ravel Puzzle? Well, what would I know about her? I look like a scholar or something to you? Go ask someone more learned or eyes. She'll probably have at least one story about her in that pile of tales she carries about in your bone box. Oh, and squat on a halberd while you're at it. Okay, so she's the rude one. And Ives might have a story about her. Okay, there's not much else here.
All right.
With her. I guess she doesn't share a tale of the person that was just rude to us.
Might as well.
Done.
Ready. Right. I'm here. Right.
Ah, I can't close the door.
Right.
There we go. Now I can get this. Marissa. Squinting at the figure behind the partition, you can barely make out a shapely female in the form in the darkness. She turns to you, but you can see nothing of her face. Greetings. The figure answers in a voice slow and deadly, like a steel dagger drawn across stone. Yes? Come to speak with Marissa, have you? Quite rude of you to enter a darkened room, storming behind a partition, like so rude and foolhardy. You can hear a faint whispering sound like a slight breeze, or the hissing of serpents. Whoa, creepy shit. Mort whispers quietly. Apologies, my lady, I wasn't sure if someone was there. The woman gives a slight But it would seem there is someone in this room, wouldn't it? Shall you be on your way, then? No, not just yet. I had some questions. Why is it so dark in here? To prevent any unwanted and embarrassing casualties. Now, what is it you want? I want you to come into the light. Nay, in the addition of please will not serve to persuade me. Now what do you want? Surely you did not come all this way to see me. I do want to see what you look like. I have no such want. Oh, I do. What do you look like? The darkness hides us both. Let's make it a game. I'm frightfully bored. Let me guess. Are you a human male? Yes? Are you wounded in the throat? I can't see, but I believe so, yes. Describe yourself for me. I'm tall, muscular, and horribly scarred. Indeed. She pauses for a moment. How are you so horribly scarred? Wait, never mind, I do not wish to know. Now describe yourself for me. Marissa describes herself as a shapely, pale-skinned, beautiful woman with a forked tongue made up of writhing asps and glowing eyes, which you assume she must be keeping shut. Are you a fiend?
Updated my journal.
Marissa laughs slightly, the sound accompanied by a slight hissing. No, hardly. Though I've some powers some might call fiendish. My glance turns living things to stone, for instance, from beings of flesh to statuary with the bat of Benailash. Living things to stone. Could you turn, say, a limb into a statue?
Updated my journal.
I suppose I could if you had you a limb, and were I inclined to do so, and I might be so inclined had I my crimson veil, but I do not know where it has gone. Have you seen it, perchance? No. What's it for? Is it just a normal veil? Marissa sighs quietly. No, not quite. It aids me in communication. Face-to-face communication, that is. Why do you need to hide your face? Enough with the asinine question. How tiresomely annoying you are, and what do you want? Okay, I pretty much asked everything. So I guess not every student has something that they want you to do. This tall, elegant woman with her sharp features and regal demeanor is a striking example of aristocratic beauty. Her clothes appear to be spun of silver thread, and a small phial dangles from her necklace. She is perfumed with exotic, erotic scent that seems to draw you towards her. Greetings. She looks you over, arching an eyebrow with what you sense to be a disdain. Greetings, my name is Vivian. Am I to presume I am being summoned? No, I just had some questions. I'm trying to find Marissa's crimson veil. Do you know where it might be? Were I to know its location, I'd set it alight and cast its remains into the deepest pits. May that wretched things never find her precious veil and be confined to that chamber for the rest of her days. What are you doing here? Aside from my work as a student here, I'm looking for something, actually. You would not happen to have smelled it before, would you? Smelled it? Yes, I have a particular scent that seems to have gone wandering. It's somewhat difficult to keep in one place. I hope that someone did not take it by accident. Though you never know with the ladies around here, she frowns. So, by any chance, have you smelled it somewhere? How can a scent go wandering? Vivian shakes her head. I had meant to infer that it had been taken. The ladies here are a bit jealous at times and have been known to take my various perfumes for themselves. This time, though, someone has absconded with my own personal scent. I worked on that scent, perfected it, and now, poof, it is gone. I need not bear such annoyances. Vivian stomps her feet. I want that scent back, and I want it now. How would you know if you found it? You would know it by smell, I assure you. It's quite striking, especially to men. I can help you. Are you certain? I do not wish to impose. No imposition. I am pleased to help such a lovely woman as yourself.
Updated my journal.
Anna mumbles something angrily. You catch the words piking and idiot stick. Vivian smiles and nods to you. You are too kind. Very well. If you run across it, please let me know. I am somewhat anxious to get it back. A one-of-a-kind scent, really. Can you tell me about this place? Mistress Grace's brothel. This is a school where she tutors us in the art of language and conversation. The ability to affect another with one's words, and to gain new insights into both them and ourselves. For many, this preparation comes to become a member of the Society of Sensation. I don't think I checked the boxes in this one.
Hi, what? Might as well.
I'm gone.
I'll look around to see if there's anyone else outside that I might not have talked to. That could be students. Like this Nenny Nine Eyes. This petite, attractive young woman is smiling blissfully and humming to herself. Her wide, pale blue eyes seem to constantly drink in her surroundings as she looks about. Greetings. The smiling young woman curtsies gratefully and looks up to you, smiling. Well met, good sir. I'm Nenny, and how are you this fine day? She suddenly notices your scars and places a gloved hand over her mouth. Oh my, you're hurt, she blinks. All over. Mort spins around you, mocking the girl's obviousness. Powers above, Chief. She's right. I never noticed before. You're covered in scars. They're all old scars. I'm fine. She nods quietly, lowering her hand. I had some questions. Huh? She can't seem to tear her eyes away from your scars. Oh, how shameful of me. Don't mind my rude staring. I'm named Nenny. She makes a little curtsy. And it is my great pleasure to welcome you to our brothel for the slating of intellectual lusts. She returns to staring at your body. You have tattoos under those scars, too. What's that one? She points to one of your tattoos. That one's... looks fascinating. Look at the way the lines of ink. I think that's ink. She looks at the tattoo, then reaches out to touch it. I think that's ink. She traces a finger around the edge of the tattoo. Is it ink? And what a pattern. Look at the way the lines intersect here. She touches the center of the tattoo. That's simply amazing. She purses her lips and frowns in disappointment. I could make it out better if there weren't so many scars. There's nothing to be done about the scars. They're permanent. Oh, I'm sorry, Pox. A pox on me for even mentioning them. She cringes. But I have to know that are you absolutely sure you're alright? I'm looking at you and I can't help to believe that you're not in some pain. I have amnesia, but that's all. Amnesia? And he blinks and brightens. Loss of memory? You are so lucky. She chimes in perkily. Everything must be so new around you. Hello, modern sage. How goes it? Welcome to a lot of talking in this section of the game. There is truth in that, but the newness is unwelcome. She blinks. That sounds so sad. Yes, it is, but I had some questions. What are you doing here? I'm talking to you, silly. She giggles and pokes you in the belly. Just like I talk to all the patrons here. All the prostitutes do. That's what the brothel's about. learning new ways to talk and share experiences, and understand other people. I'm good, feeling a bit sick to my stomach, but I'm good. I'm doing good on my end as well. Can you tell me about this place? Sure I can. The Brothel of Slating Intellectual Lusts is a school that was started by Mistress Fall from Grace. The prostitutes here, like me, are taught the ins and outs of talking to people, all to help us learn more about ourselves and others. I love it here. There's a non-stop wave of experiences crashing into me, filling my head with fresh new ideas. Mort mutters to himself. I guess it's good that there's something in there. I had another question, Ninny. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? Ninny frowns deeply. Oh, I can't just say anything bad about anyone. I'm just no good at it. It's not bad to point out a thief, Ninny. Oh, but I don't know if she's a thief. Ninny bites her lip and looks at you with pleading eyes, as if she wishes you'd leave the topic alone. Look, why don't you try and say something not nice about her? Oh, all right. Ninny puts her hands on her hips and frowns deeply, almost exaggeratingly. You resist the temptation to laugh. Oh, I dislike her very, very much. She pauses for a moment, and then looks at you, out of the corner of her eye, as if gauging your reaction. Was that convincing? No, not really. Ninny frowns. I knew I wouldn't be any good at this. He looks up at you, depressed. You know how hard it is to say bad things about someone. It feels so wrong. Why don't you practice on me, Ninny? I suppose I could try. She looks dubious. You big, mean, nasty brute. She puts her hand on her hips. Meanie. She looks at you. How was that? Put more accent on brute. You big, mean, nasty brute. Better. Now hit me. Ninny clamps her hands over her mouth, looking shocked. Oh, I couldn't. I mustn't. She blinks. How does one hit somebody anyway? Go ahead. Do it lightly if you have to. Remember, I'm a mean, a nasty brute. I deserve it. Ninny slaps you. You barely feel it at all. She still looks shocked and frightened she hurt you. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that hurt? Tell me you're okay. Don't break character, Ninny. Come on, show me what you've got. You can't say something bad. Just let it all out. Oh, I mean... Oh! Ninny draws her tiny frame to its full height, balls her hands into fists and puts them onto her hips, and scrunches up her face in a cute scowl. Oh, damned be you! You deserve that for all the indignities you put me through, going out late at night. Her eyes roam up and down your body, getting into fights and getting all scarred up. What are the kids going to think, Excellent. Oh, don't you excellent me! Like I'm some backlicker looking for your approval. I am my own woman, and this woman is about to walk out of your life unless I get some solid commitment. Alright, that's enough out of you, Ninny. And he punches you. You barely feel it. Take this. She punches you again. And this. She punches you again, promptly turning into a little fist-flailing whirlwind. Okay, time to let go of the anger. And he sighs tiredly. Whew, that was easier than I thought. No kidding. And I'm sure I'll know how to do it better next time. I'm so excited to have learned something new, and thank you. Sure, I have a question now.
Updated my journal.
Let's ask her about the Vivian scent again. Maybe I saw that mean Marissa sneaking out of Vivian's room one night. Now, I'm not saying she took it, but I know Marissa's not a very nice person, and that sure sounds suspicious, huh? I'd go ask her about it. Ninny nods at you. Thanks, Ninny. I had another question. Trying to find Marissa's crimson
Updated
veil.
my journal.
Do you know where it might be? I'll bet I do. I saw that nasty Kimaxi adder tongue sneaking out of Marissa's room one night. They're both meanies, you know. But Kimaxi's really awful. Anyway, talk to her first. Cool. But now we know where the veil is and where the perfume is. Possibly. Just have to talk to the really rude lady here. Oh, it's you again. Can't get enough of me, huh? She looks away. She looks annoyed. Fine, whatever. Ask. I was told you were sneaking away from Marissa's chambers recently. Is that connected with her missing veil somehow? Kimaxi flies into a rage. Who told you that? He suddenly falls silent, glaring at you through narrowed eyes. If I was there, Burke, I didn't take her filthy veil. Search my room if you'd like. I catch you sniffing at my breeches, though. I'll see to it you're never allowed in here again. Why would anyone ever sniff your breeches?
Updated my journal.
Beats me. Someone nicked more than a few pairs of them, though. My favorite leather brashier, though. Too, with the iron studs. She humps angrily. Alright, well... I don't think it was in here. Because I did check this room already. And we didn't find it. Oh, my Magus Guard wasn't equipped. That's not the correct person, I think. Ninny. It's Ninny I have to talk to. Kimaxi said someone's been taking things from her room too. Have you seen anything odd?
Updated my journal.
Ninny's eyes suddenly go wide. Oh, that's right. You know, I once saw a man sneaking out of Kimaxi's room while she was out talking to a patron. I watched the front doors all day, but he never ever left. Isn't that odd? I don't think he could have made it out a window, and so I never figured out where he went. And then I totally forgot about it. Weird, huh? It is. Alright, let's try to find where this guy might be. There seems to have a second floor here. Or a basement.
I'm gone.
You can turn orbs in here, apparently. Suppose there might be some sort of puzzle. But I don't want to mess with that just yet.
All right.
I'm not gonna voice the unnamed NPCs. Phone calls have been made.
What you be wanting to know?
More
Right.
stuff to unlock.
All right.
Aye? Might as well.
I'm gone.
Why not?
I'm gone.
As you make to search the armoire, its handles suddenly yank out of your grasp as the drawers slam themselves shut. A disdainful thumps issues from the cabinet. Hello? Hello indeed, the armoire gives another humph. So what do we have here? I wrote that for some lady's frilly undergarments, You talk? Do I? Yes, why I do. Who are you? I am Lewis. And who are you? Thoughtless, uncouth fellow rummaging in another people's things. Never mind that. What are you doing here? Well, sir, if you must know, I am being an armoire. But why are you being an armoire in this brothel? I happen to have become an armoire because I want to be an armoire, thank you very much. It's not to watch the ladies undressing, nor to have their place in their soft-smelling undergarments in my drawers where they can rub against my skin. Such accusations are an insult to a practitioner of the magic arts. I am merely soaking in the experience of what it means to be an armoire, the sights, the smells, the sensations. So all the women know about this then? Oh, wait. No, I want to go back. Let's not. I pressed the wrong button. Yes, they do. And they wholeheartedly approve of, well, not with their entire hearts exactly, and while they have not spoken of their approval in my presence, since they are not exactly aware that I am an armoire, I would not want them to know that I am anything but, and so have not been able to inquire upon this matter. I'll need something from you to keep quiet about this one. Very well, Push. Open the third drawer, you scalawag. As you reach your hand into the drawer, it slams shut on your finger with great force. Searing pain races through your hand as you withdraw your battered fingers. Ha! Cretin! Idiot! Open the drawer, I said, and when you reach in. He slams the drawer again for emphasis, and then begins shaking with laughter. I'm going to tell them right now. First, I would tell you this one thing. I've been popping in and out of the brothel for a good long time. I'm quite knowledgeable regarding both its occupants and their activities. I assure you that talking about me is utterly worthless. Not only will you lose me as a potential source of information, but I'll simply disappear before someone comes to investigate your claims. Maybe I'll chop you up for some kindling then.
You'll do nothing of the sort. Why, even the most common of men knows one can't commit acts of violence within the brothel. You'll simply be cast out. And even if that were not the case, I assure you, my command of the art is quite impressive. Okay, well, I'll just ask him some stuff then. I'm trying to find Marissa's Crimson Veil. Do you know where it might be? I heard she used to walk about in a Crimson Veil, but she had recently taken to her room and darkened it. I did not know what had occurred, so this veil of hers is missing then. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? Oh dear, yes, I had heard about that. Most unfortunate. Did you ever have the exquisite pleasure of breathing in that scent of hers? The armoire's drawers seemed to shudder with delight. Absolutely wondrous it was, but sadly no. I know not whether a good Lady Vivian's scent might be found. Nanny told me she saw a man leaving Kimoxie Addertongue's room. I think it was you, Lewis. You think? You think? How could you be so alarmingly rude, so ludicrously presumptuous, and spout forth such an accusation without being absolutely certain of your charges? How dare you, impertinent, brassy cur! As Lewis rails and curses, his drawers open and close. You notice a small bundle of crimson cloth, tucked alongside some other clothes. The repeated opening and closing the armor's drawers make it difficult to grab, however. Wait for an opportunity to grab it. You stand poised at the edge of the armoire. It keeps gabbing on, but it never seems to stay open long enough for you to grab the cloth. Try and snap your finger in while the drawer is open. You simply cannot move your hand quickly enough to snatch the crimson cloth from within Lewis. The most you could accomplish would be getting your fingers crushed. Give me that crimson cloth. Shan't, won't, never. Pull open the drawer to get the cloth. The drawer remains closed. You hear it puffing and wheezing from the exertion. Go away, you barbarian! Give me that crimson cloth, Lewis. Beck and whine for the cloth. I guess that's the only option left, or else I'm stuck in the loop. Oh please, stop that rubbish. It is quite tiresome and transcends all known meanings of the word boredom. Beck and whine some more. Stop! How tediously dull! You're making me quite drowsy. Keep on begging. The armoire yawns, exposing the crimson cloth where it rests snugly beside some undergarments. You dart your hand in and seize it before the drawer can close itself. Tucking it away, you notice that it is perfumed with a light, exotic, and most pleasant fragrance. Damn it, you rogue, blackguard, scoundrel! You give that back this instant. That's not yours. That's an exceedingly personal garment that belongs to a lady of this establishment. And they would not appreciate you fondling in their private things. Oh, but it's alright for you, you wooden pervert. I'm not doing anything so criminal and malicious as you are. I am merely soaking in the sensations necessary to my growth as an individual. None of those three are your current class. Yeah, I know. Yes, farewell, Lewis. So, from the sounds of it, I found both the scent and the cloth. Vivian. I'm looking for Vivian. Had you any luck finding my scent, perchance? Yes, I found it in this red veil.
Updated my journal.
Vivian's eyes light up. Oh, how simply wonderful! She takes the veil from your hands.
mutters a few words over it, and returns it to you. She shakes out her crimson hair, and in moments you are surrounded by the most intensely exotic and arousing scent you have ever had the pleasure of smelling. That smells great. It does it not? And as you have done a favor for me, so I wish to perform one for you. Stand close to me, Scarred One. You step closer to Vivian. She takes your hand and, turning it over, makes a single cautious sniff of your wrist. Whew. She wrinkles her nose. Vinegar or embalming fluid? Here, I will remove the smell from you. She mutters a few strange syllables, and a light tingling sensation spreads over your skin. In moments, your chemical reek lessens substantially. There, how's that? People should be less eager to avoid conversation with you now. Thanks, Vivian.
You know,
Farewell.
I've learned some new tricks.
Permanently increase charisma by 1. And Anna levels up. It's a fighter level, so she doesn't get any thief skills. Actually, I've brought your Crimson Veil. Then would you please hand it over? Of course, here you
Updated
are.
my journal.
Hold the Crimson Veil before you, and you feel her take it from your hands. Ah, yes, much better. Two shining points of red light appear before you as she opens her eyes. So that's what you look like. Perhaps I would have been better with my eyes shut off. Watch that forked tongues of yours, Marissa. Do not even get me started. Farewell. Alright, so I haven't talked to Echo yet. The striking young woman has skin the color of burnished copper. A translucent white dress, held precariously by golden clasps, is draped over her shapely form. Greetings. The woman nods and smiles briefly. The scent of her hair, sweetly perfumed, fills your nostrils. I had some questions. She nods. Who are you? She smiles and curtsies, but offers no response. Can you speak? She shakes her head and smiles sadly at you.
Updated my journal.
I love this shit already. Can you write then? Or pantomime? Pantomime. She pouts, shaking her head. They ask why you can't communicate. She sighs softly and nods. Actually, let me ask you something else. Who are you? Can you tell me about this place? Well, no, she can't.
How may I help you?
Is there someone else I can talk to? I had a question for you, Vivian. What can you tell me about the silent prostitute?
Updated my journal.
You mean Echo? She's a dear. Quiet. Vivian frowns. That may be part of the charm. There is manner of speculation as to why she is silent, but I don't think it wasn't her. Her heart was mostly broken. I think it was that her heart was most horribly broken. Delora might know best. She has been known to speak to a man Echo once loved, before she lost her voice. Can you turn on Minecraft? Alright, Kitsune. I'll do that real quick. I press the start button and I'll have a notification sound once it opens. Alright, so speak to Dolora.
Done.
Greetings again. How may I serve you? What can you tell me
Updated
about
my
the silent
journal.
prostitute? Yes, her name is Echo. Her voice, and in fact, her every means of communication was stolen and destroyed. Echo's words once wooed away the paramour of the godling Paramisha. Paramisha, in a jealous rage, tore away Echo's voice, sealed it within a crystal vial, and hurled it into a Megogalum Draga's maw. Echo's voice is forever lost to her. Only another new voice could return to her the ability to communicate once more. I know this because I spoke to Paramisha's paramour myself once. That's all I wish to know. And I actually went and got something. Like, I actually did some shopping off stream for quest items. And I had this appear in one of the shops. Allows someone to speak. In this, to soothe the tongue of a fiend, which this is a fiend's tongue. So I assume those are used here. Is your name
Updated
Echo?
my journal.
Are you silent because of a broken heart? She smiles pleasantly and shakes her head. Is your voice
Updated my
stolen?
journal.
She nods vigorously, clasping her hands together and smiling at you. Do you know of any way to get your voice back? She shakes her head, her face wrought with frustration. She suddenly looks at you pleadingly, as if expecting an answer. I swear I'll look for a way to return your voice. Echo nods to you slowly, smiling at you with eyes full of gratitude. I'll look for something that would give you a voice then. Farewell, Echo.
Updated my journal.
I've gotten this fiend tongue for you. She raises her eyebrow and gives you a skeptical look. I'm told that should you place it in your mouth, you'll regain the ability to communicate. She nods and takes the bottle from you. She gingerly picks out the severed tongue from the briny solution and, after staring at it for a moment in disgust, places it into her mouth. Suddenly, her eyes widen and there is a burst of reddish light from between her lips. Are you alright? Echo opens her mouth, closes it, and then opens once more and speaks. I can speak. I can speak again, oh joy! Damn thee to the darkest pits of hell, thou shredden worm, kneel before me in supplication, insect! And, the Minecraft server's open. Yikes. Yeah. Echo yelps and covers her mouth with both hands. Her eyes are wide with panic. It must be the fiend's tongue.
Updated my journal.
Still loading Valheim? She slowly takes her hands away from her mouth, nodding. It seems I must devour thy frail shell and consign thy soul to the abyss for all eternity. Thou shalt serve in my battle thrall till the plains grind to halt. Thou art mine, mine. Echo shuts her mouth again and begins to softly, quietly weep. Wait, try using these devil's tears. They should soothe the tongue's cursing.
Updated my journal.
She nods, smiling, and takes the vial from you. Echo places a few of the sparkling brute drops on her tongue. I believe the tears are working. Yes, they are. I can speak in my own voice once more. Oh, how I thank you. Echo squeezes your hand and bows her head gratefully, her eyes welling up with tears of joy. It was my pleasure to help. Farewell, Echo. Greetings, sir, and well met once more. Hello, Echo. We had some questions. She nods. What are you doing here? I am a student here, as are all the prostitutes. We seek to better learn the art of language in order to stimulate the mind, to heighten our awareness of ourselves and others, to create new ways of experiencing another person. She pauses, lost in thought.
Go on. Well, I've been without the ability to speak for so long. Most patrons came to me seeking someone to listen, someone attentive and capable of understanding them, that they could speak to, free of interruption and the like. Now that I can speak once more, I wonder if the time has come for me to move on. Leave the brothel and become a sensate. A sensate? A member of the Society of Sensations. Ask Fall from Grace or someone from the Pacific Fest Hall if you would like to know more. Okay, it's just conversation
All right.
about this place. I don't remember how many of them I spoke to now. 1, 2, 3. I haven't spoke to this one. Four. Five. 6. 7. Maybe 8, I don't know. 8. So there's just Juliet and Kisai Ceres, I guess, left. This dark-haired young woman is staring listlessly off into space, sighing miserably and occasionally picking at the seams of her green velvet gown. It's difficult to discern whether she's depressed or simply bored. Greetings. She gives you only the briefest glances before staring off into distance once more. Greetings. Yes, I'm named Juliet. How may I... Oh, never thou mind. Leave me be, please. She gives an exasperated sigh. What's wrong? Oh, nothing at all. Only that I can spend my days gazing in the face of mediocrity, seeing if anything can erase its dreadful, tedious passage. Is your life so tedious? Alas, it is. She sighs, closing her eyes and massaging her temples. Dreadfully boring. Perhaps I could make it less boring for you, my lady. No, this kind of thee to offer, though. I'm already with a man, sir, and I do love him dearly. It's just that I wish, she taps her finger against her chin, something more of our liaison. Is the relationship lacking, then? The only thing it lacks is excitement, sir. Our families took the news of our courtship splendidly. His siblings love my siblings, and our friends think of our union to be blessed by the powers themselves. All fine and good, but things are going... She frowns. So smoothly. It's not right to have such a trouble-free courtship. I don't know about that. Hast thou ever had such a courtship? She glances briefly at you. It would seem that thy life is filled with a variety of problems, judging by the pallor of thy skin. I can't remember any courtships I've had. The remnants of the ones I have encountered suggest I may have had some problems. It's just that all my friends have such interesting relationships, one fraught with turmoil, feuding families, daggers at one another's backs, poison, mad siblings, and irate fathers with large swords. I have a lover whose family loves me, and whom the world loves. She sighs again. A great source of annoyance. How could I formulate some way to spice up things? Mort floats close to you, whispering, I feel sorry for her lover. He doesn't know how bad he has it. A chit like this is nothing but trouble. That doesn't sound wise, Juliet. Relish what you have. I wish to experience troubles, though. I wish to experience the up and downs of courtship, but with him, no other. She sighs. Ah, such a thing is love. It can be dull as a club, and it is of no use to an aspiring sense it. What did you have in mind to spice things up? I am not sure. Some element of danger, or jealousy. Something intense. See, I had some questions. Okay, so I've spoken to 9 according to this conversation.
Updated my journal.
Okay, this is a looping conversation from before. No, I'm not gonna do what she... I'm not gonna fulfill her request. Actually, I'll talk to her. Okay, she's not interested in talking about other things.
How may I help you?
I spoke to 9 of the students, as you asked, but I could not find the 10th. I'm thinking the 10th student is me, in which case I have spoken to all of them. She nods. Very well. And your thoughts? Let's see. Teaching within a sheltered environment such as this only harms the student, and the planes themselves are often the best teacher. Fall from Grace nods. Very well. I will travel with you if you still desire my company. I do.
In knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I
Oh,
have
Mistress High
become
and Mighty will be
stronger.
joining us. Or do we need her? I wish she would fall from great height. I might even bump her off myself.
Whoa!
Yes?
Don't cast too many spells now. She's auto-casting. No, don't do that. She's auto-casting all her spells. She casted Aid. Fall from Grace's Chastity Bodice. Okay, so she's not really a combatant. She has a 1d to 3 damage slashing on her weapon. Okay, so how do I will toggle
It should
your
be done.
AI so you don't autocast all the time. So I'm assuming you have oh, you don't have a spellbook. You have a priest scroll. Fair. You got protection from evil, blessing, duration 30 seconds, plus on 2 hit and saves. You got cure mods, aid, which you just used. Spiritual Hammer, Call Lightning, Prayer, +1 to attack and damage to all who are friendly, -1 to attack and damage to all who are hostile. Cure Serious at level 4.
Done.
And I have a full party. And some level ups. Oh, new spell. Although you don't have much level 2 spells. Right, I gave you Vampiric Touch. And Anna leveled up. I don't know what Steve skills are good to have. Like, I don't know what's the highest open doors you ever need. I guess I'll want some detect traps as well. More so than stealth.
I'm gone.
I have a full party, of which one includes a priest. Oh, Ignis also leveled up. Do you have any new spells? Yes, you have another level 4, another level 3. And that's it.
I'm gone.
And this is also another quest item I found, called the Modron Cube, which we talked to the Modrons here earlier about. The small metal toy is a replica of a cube-like creature with huge eyes on one of its faces. The toy has 2 legs, 2 arms, and 2 folding wings, and at least 18 points of articulation. Maybe it's a collector's item. You bend, twist, and rotate the toy's various points of articulation, noticing that its limbs often suddenly revert to their original positions. Finally, as you bend its left knee, the toy makes an odd pop and shudders in your hand. Okay, so it starts with the left knee. Left knee, left wing, right wing. Let me just check something. Okay. So we ended up somewhere else. You see a cube with 2 arms, 2 legs, and 2 small wings sprouting from its sides. On the front of the cube is an animated face. As you approach, the creature focuses its eyes upon you. Greetings. The creature focuses its emotionless eyes on you. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome to Rubicon, the dungeon construct. Thank you for choosing Rubicon for your dungeoning experience. You may access Rubicon through this door. What is Rubicon? Rubicon these nuts! Ha ha ha! Now, unfortunately, it's a robot. It doesn't know how to tease nuts. What is a Rubicon? The creature stares at you without answering. What is a dungeon construct? The creature blinks at you, but gives you no indication as it has heard your question.
Done.
Low threat construct. You see a mechanical man with pale green skin, although it is obviously a construct, it does have an animated face which is scowling at you. Greetings. The creature suddenly stops scowling at you and adopts a look of mock terror. Eek! It is the hero sent here no doubt to slay the evil one. Woe to me, the hapless construct on duty at the time of his arrival. What are you going on about? The creature places his hand on its hips and frowns at you. The plot, you dolt! Stick to the plot! How do you expect me to play my part if you do not cooperate? Where were we? It pauses to think for a moment. Oh, I remember. I was about to trounce you. It leaps to attack.
Done.
Ready, right?
Ignis, it shall be done.
All right.
Ooh, Zephyr bolts. A goodie!
I'm gone.
Mordom's Ocular. To hit AC 0 +1 to missile weapon. The snap-on magnifying lens serves as a sighting scope for Nordom's crossbows. Nordom?
All right. I'm gone.
How many? Very well.
Right, I should have Fall from Grace go near combat.
I'm gone.
I don't know what these goodies might be. Maybe they're given to the NPC at the start.
I'm listening. It shall be done.
Oh, I'm not equipped with a weapon.
All right.
I'm here. A pleasure.
Damn.
These constructs
Alright.
are worth 500 XP each.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Maybe I don't need those. A massive item!
It's true.
All right.
You see, okay, it's the same description as earlier. Stares at you blankly. I had some questions. Its gaze never falters as it continues to stare at you. Can you answer some questions? No, you can't. They seem to be all the same.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
See that?
All right. I'm gone.
Okay, so I don't have any sort of map. And each time I go through a door, it's a different area.
Done. Done. I'm gone. I'm gone. Done. All right. I'm gone.
I believe that was the start?
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so what happens if I use this? Bend the knee until the leg forms a 15-degree angle and fold both its wings to maximum extension and rotate the right arm 180 degrees into its socket.
Done. Done.
Okay, well,
I'm gone.
where can I go now? Like, I feel like I've explored all the
Done.
rooms I could go into.
All right. All right. Done. All right. Done. Done.
There's nothing in here I can interact with.
Done. All right.
And this just goes back to a room I've been to before.
I'm gone. Done. I'm gone.
Okay, it does radiate magic, it says.
Done.
So maybe there's something to do with that.
Done.
What is this place? This is the Rubicon Dungeon Construct project. What exactly is that? The Modron begins to emit a soft humming sound as it answers you. The Rubicon project goal is to determine the dynamics, both social and asocial, surrounding the environment commonly constructed as a dungeon, and to attempt to explain the aberrations that tend to occur in such an environment. How do you intend to do that? Rubicon is capable of forming a series of rooms linked in such a fashion as to form what is commonly referred to as a dungeon. Each dungeon can have one of 3 difficulty settings: easy, normal, or hard. The dungeon is then populated with monsters, traps, and treasure according to the difficulty level chosen. After creation, the dungeon can be fully explored. The Modron begins to emit a low hum. What is that humming sound? Rubicon is a worthy accomplishment, and we are content. It said something about aberrations. Queries to be answered. What attracts people to dungeons? Why do people often seek to enter them if they are places of such danger? Why are dungeons there in the first place? What are the dynamics of a workable dungeon? We do not understand. Pauses. I do not. You started to say I instead of we. The Modron gives you a concerned look and glances about the room. You are in error. We are Modron. We are the whole. We will not discuss this. I know what I heard. You started to say I, and... The Modron frowns at you. You hear a hint of anger in its voice as it answers you. No, we are Modrons. We are part of the whole. We will not discuss this further. An angry buzzing fills the room, then subsides. Alright, I'd like to try out these dungeons you mentioned. There's a significant pause before the Modron answers you. Request denied. Project halted due to accident. What accident? Dungeon construct became unstable, cause uncertain. Failsafes activated, causing dungeon to collapse, causing uncertain. Portal lens malfunction, causing contact with home plane of Mechanus to be severed, cause uncertain. Reset of dungeon necessary. And why don't you reset it? Reset can only be initiated by the project director. Project director disintegrated. Portal lens has malfunctioned and contact with Mechanus severed. Cannot acquire replacement director from Mechanus. Let me get this straight. You can't reset without a director, but you can't get a director without resetting. The Modron looks worried and begins to fidget. Assessment correct. Project halted. Look, I'm an adventurer, and I've been through some dungeons in my day. Why not let me be your director? The room is suddenly filled with a buzzing sound that just as suddenly subsides. Assistance welcome. You are now project director. Advise on next task. Reset the dungeon. Initializing reset. The room is filled with a low thrumming sound that can be felt rather than heard. Collapsing existing dungeon. The sound rises in power until the floor begins to vibrate. Initializing new dungeon. The sound rises in volume until you think your head is about to explode. Suddenly the room goes quiet. Reset complete. Dungeon construct status easy. Awaiting further instructions. So I'm actually going to set a hard save here. I want to create a new dungeon to explore. It's set for easy now, change it to hard. Collapsing current dungeon. The room fills with low thrumming sound, initializing new dungeon. The floor begins to vibrate and then all is quiet. Dungeon created, awaiting further instructions, director. That is all for now, farewell.
I'm gone. Done.
So we've generated a hard dungeon. High threat construct. Oh no! Greetings. It cocks its head to one side and gives you an understanding look. A questioning look. Why do you persist in questioning us? I do not understand. There's always a chance I might learn something. It looks away for a moment in thought. Returning its gaze to you, it nods its head in agreement. Yes, I suppose that's true. Let me teach you about pain. It leaps to the attack. Yeah.
I'm gone.
A pleasure.
What's up?
Ooh, can
Good
I-
is done.
What is Skull Mob? Can summon an avalanche of his friends from the bones of night and come to take a bite out of the target. Magic resistance does not affect this ability. The target gets no saving throw against this effect. The skulls do 1 to 4 points of normal damage per Mort's level. Can only be used once per day. Well, it's 2 times per day. He has 2 uses here.
Epoxy bastard.
The clock sings true.
Okay, these guys are tough.
I'm just falling.
I've hit this one for a while.
Done.
They probably hit really hard too.
Yeah. She has the personality of a patch of razor vine and twice as ugly.
Ow.
I'm gone.
The clock sings true.
My jaw is hanging on by a thread.
Die.
Would you give me a hand here?
Yes. What did you wish?
Okay, now it's the time for some cures.
Lend me strength. More.
No!
All right.
Okay, maybe I should buff up. This place doesn't really leave much to run with. Okay, well I
Alright.
don't have any spells left or buff
I'm gone.
or buffing strength. Can I rest here? Yes. Okay.
All right.
Okay, buffing spells. Oh, there's two of them this time.
What's up? Even 50 swigs of brandy wouldn't make you look good.
Aye? Right.
Yes, a pleasure. How may I have a pleasure?
Why not?
The Karak sings true.
Yeah, okay. Even 50 swigs of brandy
I'm
wouldn't
hurt.
make you look good.
All right.
She has the personality of a patch of razor vine and twice as ugly.
I'm listening. A pleasure.
Damn it!
They're worth 4k XP each.
I'm gone.
Still, I'm taking a heavy beating from this place.
I'm here.
Okay,
It
now I
shall
can
be
save
done.
that last one. Like,
All
this
right.
is just the second room.
What?
So, like, when there's only one,
Alley
it's
bred
pretty easy
dog.
to deal with.
What's okay?
Because I can just taunt it and have everyone else attack. And then run north around.
Knowing the teachings of
All right.
Zerthamon, I have become stronger. Changed.
Lens of inherent viciousness. I'm finding a lot of these lenses. +2 to damage, +2 to missile weapons 2 hit. Oh, it's the one I already had before. Thank you for the hydrate, this. Yes, indeed. I'm
Done.
doing well on my end. I have just discovered random dungeons in this game. Well, not really so much random. It seems to only change between 1 and 3. Like, it only seems to load rooms with 1 to 3 enemies that are always the same. Are you becoming like Victor or Frankenstein? Nah. Okay, so if I keep loading, can I generate different amount? Yeah, I can generate different amounts of creatures.
What's up? Sure, why not?
Okay. Maybe I best use spells here.
Endure.
Ignis
In
hears
enduring,
you.
grow strong.
Yes, a pleasure.
Yeah, good as done.
I hear I shall serve if I am wounded.
Ow.
Huh? Good as
Okay,
done.
retreat deck on.
All right.
Sure, why not?
Done.
What's up? Sure, why not?
Ow.
What? Right.
Not the fiendling.
No! You're too strong.
What's up? Oh, you alley-bred dog. Yeah, sure, why not?
Done.
Huh?
I'm gone.
What? What's up? Sure, why not?
All right.
What's the good is done?
Yes, very well.
What's up?
Ignis, yes, my master.
Die.
Okay, so if I have Mort in front, Mort is taking a lot of damage, but he has a lot of resistance too.
Done.
So he is able to soak some of the damage. Or a lot of it,
How may I
rather.
help?
I'm gone.
This will one day kill you all.
That was my last heal, though. At least that was my last healing spell. +2 to armor class, +2 to armor class versus crushing attacks. I wonder if these bots are crushing attack. In which case, this is pretty valuable. Oh, I know. I have 34 bandages. Let's start using them. They're just 3 healing after all. That was loud.
I'm gone.
Yeah?
Right. Throw a litany of curses.
Leatherhead. Good as done. Huh? Sure, why not?
Just folly.
Oops.
What? Good as done. Filthy stinkards. What's up, Chief?
Die.
Damn it. What's the worst? Sure, why not?
Ow. That seems to have reduced the damage.
I'm a little out of practice.
I'm gone.
Nice. Well, this was a dead end, though, so I can just leave.
All right.
So how long does this last? It does not say. Does it appear in your stats screen? Yes, crushing 90% resist. That's one solid skull.
What's up? Yeah? You father of troll. Okay.
I'm a little out of... Damn it! I'm a little... Damn it!
Let's go over here. Oh god, there's 3 of them
Okay.
now.
Stupid yabo. What?
Okay, no, it doesn't seem to have reduced damage. Oops. Alright, let's use up all those bandages. This embalming charm, actually. Right, it's more of a spell item.
I'm listening.
Very well.
What's up, Chief?
Clock sings through.
God. Use all the bandages.
What's the good is done? What's up? Sure, why not?
Damn it!
This is all so much XP, though.
I'm gone. Done.
Okay, so 3 might be too much to take on.
Mort, I'm curious. What happened to your body?
Me? I'm the head of Vecna.
Speaking of banter that can happen, this was one such instance.
I'm gone.
Yes?
Speaking of which, I haven't spoken to
I'm gone.
Call from Grace. Okay, we'll keep going through here, though.
All right.
Did I know the correct save? No, I think it would be this one.
All right.
What's up? Okay. You know, if I gotta slam my eyeballs against you one more second, I'm gonna puke.
Yes? Very well.
Polly.
Yeah? Good is done. Huh? Okay.
Damn it!
Roll of friends. That's a spell for you to learn.
Done.
However, Mort is pretty fucked up. You can use the needles.
What?
All right.
What's up, Chief? Hey, Chief, please get rid of these, all right? Burning his
I'm
candle
gone.
with both ends. You know what I mean.
So do you still have your... Okay, no, you do not have your bone charm active anymore.
What's the word, Chief?
I'm
Son.
gone.
What's up? Slattern.
All right.
Ignis hears you.
Yeah? You father of trolls.
I'm gone.
Ow. Okay, can I actually target 2 of them now?
Choke on a bone, you witless ape.
Oh, you can
Alright.
you can run around. You can get
What?
2 in.
Sure, why not?
I'm a little out of practice, it seems.
Can make 2 of them mad.
Seems true.
I thought you could only do 1 at a
Want
time.
some? Okay.
Oh,
Time
this
is-
makes things so much easier.
Rock sings true.
All right. Done. All right. Done.
How may I help?
Okay, so if I activate your AI, what do you do? You've already spent everything
I'm
that you were
gone.
gonna do. Okay.
I'm listening.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
What's the word, Chief? Good as
Time.
Roll of armor. You know armor, you do not. Copy the spell.
Done.
Ow. Oh, I suppose these are traps. Let's see.
Might as well. That's what I get for getting into a scrape.
Okay, so no, there are some tiles that are going to be pressure plates. So I have to be careful.
Done.
What's up? Hi, Dad. Yeah? Sure, why not? Oh, you alley-bred dog. Huh? Good as done.
Ow.
What? Good as done. What's up, Chief?
Done.
Chromatic orb. Do you have chromatic orb? You do. I guess I'll just put that spell on
All right.
Fall from Grace.
What's the word, Chief? Leatherhead. What's up? Sure, why not?
Die.
Time is over.
Die. Done.
Yeah? Huh? Choke on a bone, you witless ape. Good as done. Epoxy bastard.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
What? Sure, why not?
I'm here. Pleasure.
Imbecile. What's up, Chief? Okay.
Trench's folly.
Ugh.
The last practice, please.
Hey, Panda, welcome
What's
back.
the word, Chief? Sure, why not?
Time is over.
Done.
What's up?
How was the movie?
Done.
Okay, can I do this with 3 enemies, though?
Okay.
Ow.
Slattered.
Ow.
Stupid yabo.
So yes, I can just taunt all 3,
Huh?
and
Good
then
as
run
done.
around the room while everyone else attacks.
The clock sings
So they
true.
do catch up to me sometimes.
The clock sings true.
What? Okay.
There's a trap somewhere in the room.
What's up? Sure, why not?
Die.
I found my strat.
Done.
I spotted a trap. It shall be done.
What's the word, Chief? Epoxy bastard. What's up? Good as done.
The clock sings true.
Done.
Okay, so I recall there was another path
All right.
that I didn't go to.
I'm gone. All right.
Which is confusing
All right.
because you don't have a map of the whole thing.
Yeah? Flies wouldn't even rest on your carcass. Huh? Good as done.
I'm gone.
What? Good as done. Your face is just begging to be kicked.
Okay?
Imbecile. stupid yabo. You father of trolls.
Alright, everyone can go in now.
What's that? Sure, why not?
Ah! No! You're taking too much damage.
Die.
What do you wish of Ignis?
What's the word? Good as done.
I'm a little out of practice, it seems.
Done. Done.
What's up? Joe kind of good as done. You. My jaw is hanging on by a thread. Would you give me? Yeah.
Here, just use this.
Good as done.
Time is over.
Ow! My skull!
Huh? Good as done.
Damn it!
Mortal Lens. Seems
Done.
important.
What? She has the personality of a patch of razor vine. Okay. Filthy stinkards.
All right.
No, me, don't go into battle.
What's up, Chief? Sure, why not? She has the personality of a patch of razor vine and twice as ugly.
Done. I'm gone.
What's the word, Chief? She has... Okay.
Okay. Now we can
What's
go
up?
in.
Okay.
A little out of practice, it seems.
What is thy bidding?
Yeah, good as done. Huh? Sure, why not?
I'm getting good at this strat. Okay, so that's a different kind of bolt.
Done.
What? Good as done.
It's just one of them, so that's
What's
going
up?
to
Good as
be
done.
Fine. Am I attacking with my punch again? No, I have my bone dagger in hand.
Looks
Apparently.
like my skills have increased.
Yeah. Oh, I'm left-handed, that's why. I didn't see the dagger.
All right.
And Mort gains a level.
However, it is past the time that they usually end, so that's where I shall leave it for tonight. Alright, that's a dungeon I'll have to keep exploring next time. But yeah, you know, actually, maybe in between streams I'm going to form a map of the current maze that I've generated. But yeah. I will go look for someone else, for someone just to raid. Let's see. Is there someone... that I haven't raided in a while? I don't think I've raided Sean in a little bit. We can go see what he's up to. Oh, I can do this filter. Right, yeah. Here are the raid messages. Everyone can use the first one. Subscribers can use the second. We'll go see what Nero Jean is up to. He's currently playing Metal Gear Solid. But yeah, thank you everyone for joining today's stream. I hope you all have a good rest of the day and a good night if you're going to sleep. And my next one is going to be on Sunday, where I'm going to be continuing to play Minecraft with Kitsune. But yeah, I hope you all have a good rest of the day and a good night if you're going to sleep. And I hope I can see you all next time. Bye bye.